Well, friends, let's go ahead and get started with some Dungeons and some Dragons. Last time we played Road to Arcadia, it's been a little bit, but just as a refresher here, you had traveled through the Ashlands, away from Embervault, towards Wales and towards east, towards the Imperium. Wales End, the small keep that the Ascari find their home in, this kind of mage's cult, this wizard's cult of very strange beings in a world that is largely devoid of magical events. These are the people that shake the foundations of reality sometimes. And they've done so for as long as anyone can remember. But when you arrived, you found this place in chaos. Wells End, drowning in demons. Now, when you arrive at a mage's keep and it's drowning in demons, there are usually a few things you think about. And, you know, one of them might be, oh no, maybe they summoned some demons. The second one is, oh no, they probably summoned some demons. And the third one is, oh fuck, they summoned some demons.
They're an infernal cult. They summon demons.
They're not necessarily an infernal cult, but, you know, sometimes you summon a demon or two. Whenever you're trying to break a few eggs, you gotta smash a few chickens or something. I don't know how that adage goes. So
what the fuck?
God, it sounds like that egg quote from Belgrade.
And so, proceeding into the keep, you freed some of the Ascari that were under the spell of a succubus, and you were directed to the basement, where they said that one of their leaders, Talinat, one of the archmages of the Ascari, 3, was performing some kind of dark ritual. You know one of the archmages is gone, the one that presumably killed or made off with King Artus. However, 2 remain. And as you arrived to the basement, you found a temple replete with statues and candles and infernal runes and markings. You heard chanting down a hallway and found yourself blocked by some kind of translucent barrier. Freja, you cast Dispel Magic, and you, with the strength of your patron, did manage to consume that magic as you just felt your patron almost be sated by that magical consumption, and you saw beyond the ritual taking place. Talanak, a tiefling, curved horns traveling backwards all the way to the back of his neck. If they bent any further, they'd be stabbing him in his like lower or upper spinal column. Deep red skin, bright yellow eyes, a pair of glasses over his face, and a set of robes covering his body. A book floating in front of him over this kind of altar that he has set up. You can see components of a ritual in place on the altar, and the book has several arcane glyphs that are currently floating over the top of it. He's chanting, and you see ahead of him there is a pool of dark crimson liquid, quite a bit of it, at several gallons, that suspiciously looks like blood. This would be, if this came from people, this is at least 20 people's worth of blood. Suspended in the air, these dark black and purple chains, seeming to almost hold him in place, you see another tiefling. His horns appearing further back on his head and kind of curving towards his face, the tips coming out just next to his eyes. Shaggy black hair. He looks much younger than Talion. Also bright yellow eyes. You see him adorned in various bits of jewelry, golden earrings, fancy diamond rings. He looks almost royal. However, you know, the Talanak is not treating him with any kind of royal dignity, as he screeches in pain as Talanak makes a quick motion with his hand, and you see some form of somatic component go off as part of the ritual. And the man screeches, "No!" You see blood coming out of the man's eyes, and ears, and nose. You see his veins on his hands running all the way up his arms, which are bare currently. You can see this like dark ichor has spread up his body. And he screeches in pain again. Talanak, as you lower the wall, looks behind him and you see the glowing yellow eyes he has. And he just says, "Do not let them interrupt the ritual. It must be completed." And goes back to chanting. And with the wall coming down, I am actually going to need all of you to just go ahead and roll initiative for me right now.
Buckeye. Let's hope this is better than it was last time.
Maybe.
That's more like it.
Well, you beat me by 1.
I'm considering that you have a -1, I would hope that I beat you by something.
I mean, I got a 3.
3 more than me.
Woo.
I have a +7. I guess you do have a +4.
Yeah.
I have a +95.
It's called DM advantage.
We're gonna see how much my plus is. Oh, look, Talanak, 23. Emonir, what's your dex again?
At 20.
Okay, I think you definitely beat Talanak. Yeah, you do beat Talanak, but just barely. So I'm gonna put him down to... I'm gonna put you up to a 24 just to make things easy on me.
Okay.
Midori and the Ascari mage also died.
Midori, what is your dex?
I think it's 20?
Oh yeah, you. It doesn't even matter what it is. You definitely beat this fucking mage's dex. I'm gonna put him down to... Let's see. Put him down to 9. If I can fucking click on him. Hello. There we go. Let's get some different music as well. This music is not appropriate for murder.
No, it's not.
It's appropriate for friend making.
It's true.
I mean, we might make friends with the others. I'm not making friends with the person who's currently casting that spell.
Well, no, but we've made friends out of combat situations before.
Yes. So...
Friendship is magic.
Mm.
No, not this again.
My little fighter friendship is magic.
Okay, give me 1 second. All right. As he says this, all of the cultists, which many of them are currently like holding these jugs of some kind of liquid. You see one of them like drop the jug as he pulls out a scimitar. The jug spills out, and you see yet more blood all just begin covering the floor, easily like 2 or 3 people's worth in this jug. Emonir, as the cultists turn and begin advancing toward all of you, weapons drawn. What is it you're doing? You have first action, and you're in Gloomstalker, so...
Yeah, I sure am.
I will note, so with your fantastic perception, you do see some kind of ward, some kind of blue arcane energy shimmering around Talanak right now.
So what you're saying is I can't just do a decapitation strike and get this over with?
You can attempt to. What I'm saying is that he's got some kind of spell that's increasing his defenses.
My brain is telling me I shouldn't.
You're free to try it. You don't know what spell it is, you're free to roll an Arcana check to try and identify it. Since you're a ranger and not a,
I
wizard or
can't
something.
remember if I was stealthed when we walked up to the barrier or not.
I think you were.
Or
You were.
attempting to hide.
You.
I mean, I generally am, so that's an assumption, but...
Roll me a d20. Roll a 5 or higher. Yeah, you're stealth.
Okay. I'm gonna sneak my ass back here.
Okay.
I'm also pretty sure... I don't know. I was concentrating most likely on a...
Pass without trace, I believe.
No, I don't even have that in mind.
Oh.
Hunter's Mark is my only concentration spell. Silence is the... that's not true, I've got Silence. But...
You probably have Hunter's Mark, more than likely. Because you guys just got out of combat not long ago.
Yeah.
And it lasts an hour, so...
Yeah, and I'm concentrating on detect thoughts, so... So...
This fuckboy is Talanak.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's the sacrifice.
And, okay, he's the sacrifice.
Yes.
Yes, the one this guy is suspended about 10 feet in the air or so.
I'm trying to pick the not generic targets that might just need to die.
He might need to die.
Just taking a quick sweep of things, these two, you recognize this one's uniform. This is an Ascari mage, or an Ascari, like, apprentice, basically. These are the pre-mages. These are the cultists. They don't usually cast spells. You've already ran into these two. You ran into this guy, this uniform as well. These are Ascari mages. They're actually full-fledged mages.
Okay.
This guy, you know as Talanak. He's one of the archmages of the Ascari. Just as a refresher, so everybody remembers, there's 3 archmages of the Ascari. He's one of the 3. And then this guy is the like, captive that they have.
And he's just a nondescript captive that has a unique portrait.
Yeah, it's a totally nondescript captive, generic captive. Yeah, 100%. No, he's he is a captive of the Ascari currently. You don't know anything about him. He's not in an Ascari uniform though. He's currently in these like silken, like purple and gold robes. And robes isn't the right. He's got like very loose, baggy silk purple clothing. I kind of imagine Aladdin a little bit. But okay. he looks very wealthy and noble.
Completely unarmed, stripped down, prepped for sacrifice, correct?
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
Bleeding from his eyes and ears.
Yeah, he's currently bleeding from his eyes and ears, and Talanak keeps using something that hurts him a lot.
Okay. Alright. So, minimum of the first 2 are going to go there.
Okay.
He is also going to get bonus action Hunter's Marked.
Okay, so bonus action, he is Hunter's Marked.
Okay.
The mark begins to kind of, the little mote begins to kind of float around his body.
Okay. So I've got advantage from, being a sneaky ass motherfucker.
Yep.
Guys, the mage is talking to us.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got I've got sneak attack and Dreadstalker because I'm going before everybody.
Yes, you do have Dreadstalker. Okay. You get to make, I believe, 3 attacks. So
I do. I'm calling a long shot.
This poor mage is about to be melted.
2. They're both going to be long shot.
Long shot? You mean sharpshooter or
sharpshooter? Yes. Sorry.
Okay, gotcha.
My brain is Swiss cheese.
You're fine.
Have to fill in the holes.
Yep, I got you.
Okay.
All right, sharpshooter on these 2 here. Yeah, so you have an advantage. So the first one is definitely a hit, and the second one is a crit.
The second one is also going to be which one had the Adder's Mane. I was going to call that initially anyway.
That's fine.
You get 3.
There's a third one coming. I'm waiting to see if this guy drops the first 2.
All right. So, and then go ahead and roll me 4d6 for the Adder's Bane, and I'm sorry, 6d6 because that's Adder's. Well, hold on, 7d6. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, this is working?
Rangers.
And then the D8 for the Dread Ambusher.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That would be 2d8. No. It's only on the first hit. So,
it's on the
it's
first
just
one.
1d8.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's fucking 59 points of damage, so, like, that's a lot of fucking damage on this poor mate.
Okay.
He is still standing. Standing's a hard word for this guy, not the right word. He is doubled over, about to fall on the ground.
Okay, so you mathed in... Did we math in the Hunter's Mark?
Yeah,
that was the 7d6. 3d6 of that is the Hunter's Mark, and 4d6 is the Adder's Bane.
There's also, I need 2 for sneak attack.
Yep.
Oh, that's true. 2 for sneak attack. Let's see what you roll on it. He's still standing, but only just.
I assume he is a shriveled mass of death at this point from that damage.
At this point, there's 3 arrows in him. One of them directly below his throat into his clavicle, and then the other 2 in his abdomen, kind of like right below the cardiac box.
There's 2.
Oh, that's right. There's 2 arrows. Oh, God.
The third one is making a morally questionable decision.
That's up to you.
The sacrifice is getting the third one with a call.
Oh, shit.
Oh, right. Called Sharpshooter.
Interesting.
He's dead.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You called Sharpshooter. That's correct.
So yeah, plus 20
this
damage.
Guy's dead on those 2. Yep. That would be, so, like, the total damage from onto that mage was 59 plus 2, and then plus 20, so that's 81 points of damage on the mage, and then you're hitting the captive.
I'm making a morally questionable decision because he is being sacrificed for a spell.
That is up to you.
Killing the sacrifice.
Hold on.
Will accelerate the process.
the captive has 18 natural armor AC. However, well, I know it wouldn't be natural armor because he doesn't have anything. So what's his dex? Hold on.
Well, hold on. Is he like bleeding into the floor?
He's not suspended directly over the pit, the pool of blood. He's bleeding like onto the floor. Yes.
Where's the blood glow going?
It's just hitting the floor right now.
Okay.
And there's not a lot of it yet. Like, he is bleeding. Like, there are trails of blood, but it's not like he's being bled dry yet.
Okay.
He's just bleeding a lot.
Alright. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I'm
So that's a 25. You have advantage on this because he is restrained. And additionally, he is unarmored, and his unarmored AC is 12. So yeah, that's going to be a hit. So that's 8, and then 18 points of damage.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm making
He
a
has
more
quite a bit of
questionable decision. Okay. My attempt was to put the sacrifice out of his misery, but if he's...
He would be... Hold on. He would actually have already taken quite a bit of damage. Let me see here. Let me roll... Here, let me just do this. So that's... Oh, no. Alright, so that's... Alright, he's already taken 40 points of damage, so I'm gonna subtract 40 from his health. Yeah, he's pretty... He's bloodied at this point.
Freya looks back at Emonir and shakes her head. Do not kill the sacrifice.
So I need to roll something for Talanak as well. Hold on.
Way to go.
Okay.
Accelerate the sacrifice.
Yeah, as the arrow appears, he just... What? He turns around and looks back at you. That's all he says.
He's like, wait, what?
He looks... He doesn't say anything else, but he does look this mixture of like confounded and angry at the same time. Like both of those feelings combined. He's like, what the fuck? And also fuck you.
Does he look directly at me or in my general direction?
He looks in your general direction.
Okay.
Well, you are revealed at this point. Once you make an attack, you're revealed.
Do tieflings rely on dark vision?
Does this one?
This one
I think we're in light.
does not. You are also in light. You're around candles. Okay. You're sitting next to a candle.
Okay.
But also, Talanak himself does not rely on dark vision necessarily.
My question was whether or not he could see me.
He can definitely see you. I will give you that. As long as you're within 120 feet of him.
Devil's sight.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit of devil's sight. I don't know. But hey,
recognize that number specifically.
They've given Rin every reason to find a workaround for dark sight.
No, listen. Some of these people do rely on dark vision, and they cannot see you. But Devil's Sight is not is specifically not dark vision. Those are two separate abilities. So
yeah, we can
Devil's
see
Sight
colors.
can detect you. Which would mean Freya can see you in the shadow, but like I don't think Midori can. I don't think she has Devil's Sight, or does she? Okay, yeah. Then Midori could not. Anyway, so yeah, Talanak is a little pissed off, and it's his turn unless you have something else in here.
No, not right at this moment.
Okay, it is Talanak's turn. Yeah, Talanak, he is going to continue the ritual. He has to roll an Arcana check here. 26, that is barely a success. Okay, you watch the book flip a page, and this new arcane rune appears and like stacks on the old ones. There's now like 4 or 5 runes above the book, and it appears and stacks on the old ones, and then expands and kind of like swallows the old runes. And you now see this rune begin floating up in the air like these insane geometric shapes, like think transmutation circles from Full Metal Alchemist kind of stuff. And it begins expanding quite rapidly. You note it's now probably about 5 feet wide, whereas it started off as a few inches. And he's just yeah, fucking 3 short of a 100 damage opener. That's a lot of damage. That is Talanak's turn. However, it is Iverna's turn.
Cool.
Also, did the music stop for anybody else?
Nope.
It did, yes.
No, I can hear it.
I can hear.
Weird. Okay, it's
Okay.
not going for me. I'm gonna restart the music. Sorry.
It's okay.
This guy,
Yes,
the neophyte. Do they have
Mhm.
weapons?
he does. He's currently got a short like dagger out right now, but you can tell he's preparing to cast a spell.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can hear him chanting. Like you can hear the verbal components going off.
Cool.
He says, "Ala Ixianas." Hmm.
Oh.
Hmm.
Arr.
Mer.
Oh.
I must needs think of this. I don't have action search.
Mhm.
That's unfortunate. Alright. I'm gonna get here and whappity whap the shit out of this guy. Wait.
Sure.
Alright, I regain a use of fighting spirit every time I roll initiative now.
Yeah, because fighter. I think it's a level 10 fighter thing.
Fighter
Oh, samurai.
things. Yeah. Yeah, alright, I'll make three attacks, I think.
Okay, go for it.
I think it's this guy. 14.
14's gonna hit, just barely.
Alright, cool.
12 damage. Oh. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, 24 is also gonna hit. 11 points of damage. He's still standing.
Fuck you.
What? He's very dead. I just want you to know he had 24 HP. And so the first 2 attacks took him down to 1 health.
Oh, damn.
Fucking fortunate.
I'm sorry.
Alright. Well, how much health am I missing? Fuck it.
You might as well. Fucking, yeah, exactly. Second wind. Use it all the time.
Except it
Alright.
takes 8 hours to get it back.
Yeah, this is true. Iverna, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
It is the Neophyte's turn. He is going to get right here. He's going to use a bonus action to cast. Nope,
Bitch, I
he's
just
not.
wrecked your friend. I'll do it again.
He. Listen, these are blood for the blood god. He's gonna go ahead and he's gonna cast Hold Person, and he's gonna cast on you, Iverna. Make me a Wisdom save.
Oh. Well, I have bad news about this.
Oh my god. His DC is 11.
I had a 10% chance to fail that. No, wait, a 5. Because 2 would have met the DC.
Oh my god. Yeah, so he casts Hold Person on you with his action, and you just shrug it off. It's this guy. He's a loser.
I'll fucking do it to you too.
Get wrecked, bitch.
Jesus Christ. This cultist is gonna. Man.
Ain't no wisdom dumping fighter. Guy here.
Okay. He's gonna walk right up to you and start attacking.
Okay.
That's
Nope.
a 5. This cultist is gonna do the same thing.
Does that give him flanking?
That's actually no, because you would be facing this direction, so he would have to. This one would have to be right here. And this one, yeah. A 21 would be a 3 points of damage to you as the scimitar collects.
Oh, exciting. Right, bounded accuracy.
Huzzah! Yeah, that's the end of the cultist turn. It is Aubrey's turn, and she, surrounded by all this demon bullshit, she's just like, "Oh, magic!" And she's gonna come up here, and she's gonna fucking one-hit this poor cultist.
Hopefully.
Damn it. Also, I fixed her weapon. It was doing way more damage than it should have before. It was doing 1d6 every attack. It's supposed to be 2d6 a turn, no matter what. Just like the same damage as Adder's Bane. And yeah, so I was like, wait, broken.
No, he's doing 2d6 though.
Mm-hmm. It's 2d6, but it's 2d6 on a single target on the single attack. So in this case, for instance, that's 25 damage. This cultist has 6 HP. So yeah, and then she's gonna one-hit him as she passes by, and she's gonna turn around and keep going towards Telenak.
Shit, that much movement?
Oh no, she does not.
She was
I
right
was like,
here.
I couldn't make it, and I was
Was
closer.
she right here or right here?
She was the third one out.
It's the same. It's the same difference. So
Yeah.
25. Yeah. Sorry. Wait. I'm stupid. All right. Yeah. No. And then that's gonna be the end of her turn, I think. Midori.
We're gonna have a little fun with this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Bursting
going
arrow?
to hit him with bursting arrow.
Wait, within 10 feet. Oh god. Okay.
That was why I was a little scared when she got up real nice and close.
All right. Make your attack roll. Yeah. Okay. That's gonna definitely. Yeah. So fracture hits. That's going to be 11 points of damage to this guy. He's not concentrating, so I don't need to roll anything. Because hold person with a DC 11 is not very threatening. And then bursting arrow is going to land, and that is... Do they make a... Yeah, they just take the damage. It's only 2 damage, though. However, that is a concentration check for Talanak.
Haha.
He's not proficient in con
Not a very
saves.
big one, but...
Right.
Did that spell that he had on himself react at all?
To this, no. No. Alright, that's gonna be the end of your turn, unless you're moving or anything like that. Or no, you should have a second attack, right? You should have 3 attacks, you're a fighter.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't sure if I got those attacks.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, we're getting back in the groove of things. Okay. Are these against the mage here?
Yeah.
Or the neophyte? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so fracture hits there. That is 9 points of damage, and then another 7 points of damage. Damn, too bad that wasn't a crit. Alright. He is still standing, but only just... He had a lot more HP than his friend there. That one had like 32 health, and the other one had 24. I don't really know what happened there. Midori, is this the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Freya.
Yeah, Freya's gonna take
34 health.
the path and dash as a bonus action without getting an attack of opportunity from him.
Okay. Is that your Pact of the Thief or whatever it is?
Yep.
Okay.
Freya gets right up to him. Where's the rune at? Is it above us?
It's currently floating over the book. Like I would say it's in this space right here. This one.
Okay.
It's currently floating over the book, and he continues to chant as you approach. He like side eyes you, and he's like,
Freya looks at the pool, looks at the book. She's gonna dispel magic on it. The rune.
You're gonna dispel magic on the rune?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll a spellcasting ability check for me. Let me double check Talanak's stats here. This ritual doesn't have a level, so this is going to be a contested check. I think that's the best way to do this. So, he's going to contest his intelligence against your spellcasting modifier, which I think is charisma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which he'll probably beat me.
We'll see. He's got 20 intelligence, so.
I'm gonna use my luck and make him reroll.
Oh.
I just meet it. Oh god.
Wait.
No, you would fail that on a contest.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use my luck and make him reroll.
Okay. Fuck.
And Freya just looks at him as she pulls onto her patron, uses the pool of blood to have tentacles, and slams onto the rune.
A pair of tentacles comes out of your arm. Your arm almost like seems to split into these 2 tentacles. One of them immediately dunks into the pool, and you watch the pool being drained of blood at a rapid pace. The second one slithers inside the geometry of the rune, and then you watch it flex, and the rune just shatters. Both of the tentacles disappear a moment later.
She does not break eye contact.
Talanak looks at you. He the book drops as well down to the table, and he turns and looks. You fool! You watch the chains from the captive break and disappear. He hits the ground. He'll take 1d6 damage. 6 points.
Did he fall on the arrow in the stomach?
no, but falling damage. As he hits the ground, you just hear he lets out this shout of pain, and you hear this desperation in his voice. He just goes, "Help! I can't!" And he's behind this thing, so most of you can't see him right now. Freya, you're close enough where I would say you have just an angle on his body. He's currently squirming on the ground. Talanak is Talanak's Talanak. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
She does not break eye contact from him. She looks angry.
Yeah, so Emonir, it's currently your turn.
You did it on the rune, not on Talanak, correct?
The rune, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still got that ward around him. And like I said, you're free to roll Arcana or something to try and identify that.
is that an action?
No, I'll just give this to you as like a free action.
It's
Just
not
like a
gonna
quick,
help me
like,
a
do
whole
I know
lot.
what the fuck this is? 15, yeah. So this is actually a Shield of Faith. So it's just giving him +2 AC.
Cool. I can deal with that.
Mhm.
I should have just fucking sniped him to begin with.
The power of knowledge.
Okay. Because fuck this guy. My bonus action, Animus.
Okay, gotcha. He is marked.
And then...
He is currently threatened, because I am standing right there, eyeballing him like, I'm gonna fucking kill your ass.
Yeah, you will get sneak attack for this, even though you don't have advantage. Or I guess you do have advantage because of anima, right?
Yes,
or
I do.
animus? Yep.
Called shots. So
Yep,
minus
yep,
5
yep.
to both. Which...
Okay, -5 to both. The second one is gonna miss. With Shield of Faith, he has 18 AC. However, the first one, it will definitely hit for 14 points of damage.
Plus sneak attack, plus
Mm-hmm.
Fang.
Yes. For poison, let me double check poison real quick. His resistance to poison damage, I will tell you that much. So, roll the 2d6 for Adder's Bane separate from everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So that's 14 points of damage, 21, and then 22 points of damage to him. Not fucking bad though. He's not concentrating on anything anymore, so now there's like no concentration check. But now he's spinning around, and you can see like the geometric shapes now appearing up and down his arm. He's about to cast a spell of some. Is that the end of your turn, Emonir?
Can still technically see him. I gotta figure out how far I went.
Let me see here. Yeah, he's still within line of sight of you, unless you're like dropping prone behind that statue or something.
No, it's more the giving myself distance.
I see. Yeah.
So yeah, that would be my 35. Yeah.
Okay.
As long
Is
as
that
I
the end
can
of your
still
turn?
see him and shoot him, that's what matters. Yes, that's
Yep.
the end of my turn.
You can still see him. You're both within line of sight of each other. You're just further away. All right. Talonac's turn. So how far away did you move? 90 feet. Okay, got it. Let me check the distance on the spell. It's either 60 feet or 120. It is 60 feet. All right. He's not going to cast that on you. Instead, he's going to cast this on Freya, who probably has him a little more pissed off right now anyways. He turns around.
What is he casting?
This is a pretty high-level spell. I'm going to need an Arcana check for you to identify this.
Okay, 1 second. I'm not very good at it. Nope.
You have no fucking idea. You've never seen anything like this spell before.
Okay.
Especially like in this low magic setting. Normally I would just say what it is. In this low magic setting, like magic is esoteric, especially really high level spells. And so you have no fucking clue what this is, but it looks really complicated.
Okay, let me see what my reactions are. Action, reaction. Okay. I only have one.
It's up to you.
Sure.
You gonna try to counterspell it?
Yeah.
Roll me a charisma check. DC on this, I believe, is either 17 or 18. Let me check. This would be a DC 17. Yeah. Failure. The counterspell fizzles as the power of his spell overtakes it. And you just hear him, like, under his breath, he just says, amateur. And points at you, and he's going to use Finger of Death. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage.
It's not gonna kill me. Constitution save.
Yep, con save for me. That is a failure. That is 61 points of necrotic damage to you.
Yep. And Freya, minus 61, thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I lose concentration on detect thoughts.
Yeah, 61. You would have had to roll like a 30 something. That's gone.
Yeah.
Alright. And that is the end of his turn as this necrotic bolt shoots out and strikes you. Your patron kind of almost seems to just like, you feel the worry from your patron momentarily, just like, oh fuck, is she?
Freya just looks at him and chuckles. You're gonna have to hit a lot harder than that.
As you go to speak, the veins in your throat have burst, and so it comes out as.
I don't.
That's true. That's true. You don't. Okay. All right. Yeah. You're perfectly fine. Everything's fine. This is just you're kind of like dissolving inside, but it's okay. Yeah. Talonac's turn is over. That's gonna be it. It's Ivern's turn.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get here. I'm gonna make an attack against this guy.
Okay.
1. 22.
He's
Dead,
like,
so?
He's very dead.
Alright, cool. Against this guy.
Okay. He's also very dead.
Nice. Look at all these max damage rolls. I don't know why it's happening, but I love it.
Baradin's blade flashes through twice quickly in succession. 2 bodies drop.
Third attack. Advantage because I'm flanking.
It hit.
Technically, yeah, you would be flanking.
What the fuck? I just rolled max damage 3 times in a row.
That is true. I was looking at that like,
Damn.
Yeah, the samurai sword flash, like when the screen goes black and all you see is the sword flash. Yeah, he's not good. He's just gonna take that damage, I think.
I'm sorry, what do you mean he's just gonna take the damage?
Mm-hmm. He's just gonna take the damage.
He's a mage.
Probably
He has
shield.
shield.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something similar to that, anyways. It's not shield, but it's pretty close.
Alright.
Is that the end of your turn?
Oh,
Yeah, it's in my turn.
did you give him that thing that Alex has?
No. He has. I don't know if you're familiar with the ability called War Magic, which wizards get, but that's what he said. Yeah. So it's Aubrey's turn, except for it's not. He's actually going to use a legendary reaction real quick.
Oh.
A legendary
Don't
action,
fly,
not
he's
reaction.
gonna die.
He
Fireball.
No, he's just gonna make a silver longsword attack.
Okay.
As he produces this like longsword made of this like silvery mist, he's gonna make an attack against Freya. 21 to hit.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Okay, that's gonna be 27 points of damage, with 14 of that being force.
Oh, minus 27.
And that is his legendary action. It is Aubrey's turn. She's moving right here, and this guy's now surrounded, so she's gonna stab. Also, I need to, for my own sanity here, I'll let him go after Aubrey. Yeah, she's gonna Judgment of the Flame this dude. And I think she's gonna smite because it's a fiend. Well, I guess he's not a fiend, is he?
Well, we don't know what a tiefling is, so...
You do know what a tiefling is. Well, some of you might not, but most of you have probably never seen a tiefling.
Yeah.
Also, he's not a fiend. He's a humanoid, so... yes, Judgment of the Flame. She's gonna smite anyways, just in case. That's what she would do. Yeah, fucking, what is that ability called? Improved Divine Smite, adding a d8 to all your attacks as a paladin is my favorite thing. Divine Smite. So yeah, it doesn't, the extra 1 damage doesn't apply, but the 11 does, so. 38 points of damage. And then, she's gonna attack again, that's her second attack. Wait, hold on. I'm dumb. That would have missed. She doesn't have flanking. You do.
Yeah.
Only one person can get flanking.
And you're at the side anyway.
Whoopsie. That's okay. Yeah, so the Divine Smite doesn't go off. None of that does. She misses both attacks, unfortunately, as he, the ward just kind of helps prevent the damage from coming in. That is the end of Aubrey's turn. Midori.
I'll use this. My first attack was Shadow Arrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn.
That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Elven Accuracy even said no this time. Alright, that one's gonna miss. However, keep in mind, Shadow Arrow you can declare when the attack just hits, so you don't have to declare it beforehand. So it's not wasted. Damn. Nope, 18 AC right now.
Oh.
Hey, there's the crit. Alright, worth. Let's go up here and I'm just gonna hit the crit button on this Shadow Arrow here. Alright. So 2 attacks miss. However, That one crits, and that is 30 fucking damage in a single attack roll right there.
Fucking nat ones before I got a nat 20, though.
Listen, you have an equal chance to roll them all. Alright, let's see here.
You rolled a 1, 2, and 3 on your second.
You did?
I had to.
The
It's like,
fuck?
ah, shit, wrong RNG. The second time was like, man, still bad RNG. The third one's like, there we go.
Yeah, 30 points of damage, and now, what is it, a wisdom saving throw? I think so. Okay, well, you know, he's gonna get... Yeah, well, I'm sorry. He is not blinded or pseudo-blinded or anything like that, but he does take a lot of damage. Talanak is currently bloodied. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Alright, that is the end of your turn. Freya's turn.
Yeah.
Aren't you gonna make Asari go? Sorry, captive.
Oh, yeah. I'll say the Ascari is... Freya, I would put that potion back in your inventory.
Oh.
Because...
Wait. What was my health? 14, I think?
You can just
Okay, there. I'm good.
subtract 13 from it. The captive, you see him kind of raise up. He grabs the edge of the pool and he looks up towards all of you. And he looks to you, Freya, and you see him. His hand flashes, and this little bit of light just covers you, and you feel so much better. And in fact, all of you feel so much better. And he's gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds.
What's the range on that?
60 feet, I think. He could put it like right here, and I think it would hit everyone.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
See,
He doesn't want to heal me anyway.
I don't think he knows where the arrow came from. To be fair, yeah. So he can put it in a position, I think, where it would hit everyone. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 30-foot sphere. So all of you, except for Emonir, would regain 12 hit point. And he just, and he collapses back down to the ground. He's ah. That's the end of his turn. Freya, continue.
Yep, Freya's still gonna take that potion, and then she is going to take 3 attacks using her blade, because I can do an additional one per long rest.
Okay. Yeah, 3 attacks. 21, 11, and 17. Just 21 is going to hit, the other 2 miss, unfortunately. So that is going to be 10 points of damage from your sword, Idavir. Don't forget, Idavir lets you take an extra action on your turn once per long rest.
That's what I just did.
Then why'd you make 3 attacks?
I can do 2. I took in a 3rd.
No. It lets you take an extra action, so you would get 4 attacks that turn.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an extra full action. So, hey, look, there you go. It's literally just the same thing as a fighter's action surge.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah, 6 plus 5, I mean, we're looking at fucking 21 damage that turn. Not too bad. He is looking pretty hurt, but he is still kicking. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Alright, Emonir, it's now your turn. What do you got for us? You're lucky you moved. He was gonna hit you with that fucking finger of death, and that might have killed you.
I moved because reasons.
Yeah, it was a good call.
There's these things called instincts, and
Emonir's got pretty good ones.
Yeah, if I could be, I assume I could be back here and still see him. Yes.
Yeah, I'd say that's fine. Just barely.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
This turnaround, I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark him.
Okay, he is Hunter's marked, and he's also marked by Animus.
Yes, he is.
Show me what you got.
So, both sharp shot. I
got you. Sharpshooter.
Yeah, if I don't say it, it's a given.
Okay.
So
We'll do it that way from now on. If they're not sharpshooter, I'll have you call it.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, so that is going to be, do you have advantage right now?
Yes,
Yeah, because of Animus. Yes. So that's going to be a 33 and a 29. Both of those are clearly going to hit. That's a lot. 22 points of damage, plus...
What about Hunter's Mark?
That's what we're getting in there.
Yeah. I have...
Would be 1d6, and then doesn't Animus add a d6 or something?
Does it?
I believe so. Can't remember, actually.
No, I just get +2 to saving throws against them.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
it has a defensive aspect that
and
is
then
very
your...
rarely used.
I mean, listen, when it is used, though... anyway, that's going to be another...
5d6.
D6 for Hunter's Mark. 5d6 in total, but roll 2 of those separately. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. That's fine. I'll take the first 2 as Adder's Bane, so that's That's 5 reduced down to 2. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is still standing. He would have still been standing even if he took
Did you add the extra 20?
Oh, right. No, I did not. No, he's very dead. Fucking sharpshooter. Yeah, okay. He doesn't even get his fucking next turn or another legendary action. He's just gone. Ugh. As the arrows strike, he is now, you see he's in the process of casting another higher level spell, and then 2 arrows, just one of them right into his temple, another one right into his I forgot what it's called, but it's the part right above the clavicle. Dead. Full on the ground. Doesn't even have time to finish his chant or anything like that. He'll fucking wipe the floor with him. That was a 17th level warlock.
I needed him
Yes,
alive.
well, sorry, he was casting things. I also don't think I could hear you from here at the moment.
Aubrey's like doing like funeral rites over the body, just like, from the flame it began, and from the flame it shall return. Blah, 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 just sitting there making this like prayer. Sorry, let me take a drink real quick. The captive is in the fetal position on the ground. Please, no. You don't have to take anything. You don't have to kill me. If it's money you're after, I have money. I can give you money.
Why
Please.
would we be killing you if we just killed him?
He looks to you and over to Freya, and
Are you summoning demons?
no demons.
No, dude, calm down.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna creep my way up here.
Alright, you're not summoning demons, so we're not gonna kill you. What are you doing down here?
I don't remember. I can't remember. I just woke up in a cage, and they told me that I was important, and then here. Go ahead. Yeah, 26. He seems to be telling the truth. He's fraught with panic. He's in a state of shock. You can see his pupils are dilated. I just woke up in a cage, and they said I was important, and they fed me, and then here I am.
Okay, what did you do before you got captured?
I don't remember. I don't. They did something to me. All I know is my name is Noah. He looks back and forth to you and Freya, and you can see now that the pain has subsided, and he's realizing he's not in like immediate danger. He like sits up and he's like wiping some of the blood off of him, and then he stops wiping, and you see like this kind of white magic appear from his hand, and you see some of the wounds that he has seal up. The arrow that is an enemy pulls it out and heals the wound
Freya,
relatively easily.
Yes.
you read books, right? Isn't there like the condition that this is called?
I mean,
I remember hearing about it.
Freya know that people's mind can be wiped, right?
Wait, is Freya the smartest person in the party? Hold on.
I don't know. She's just the only person here.
Oh no, Midori is definitely also the smartest. But yeah,
There's this guy at a tavern who was claiming something, and I can't remember what he called it.
Freya, you would know what amnesia is. And anyone that would like to can roll Arcana as well.
I will choose to fail.
Yeah, that's fine.
I agreed.
Freya would just ask her patron.
Yeah, roll Arcana for me.
Okay.
Nice. 19. So you both know what amnesia is, and you both also know that magic can be used to modify memories and wipe memories. It's really rare, really powerful magic, but it is a thing that exists in the world.
Is there a way to fix it?
With the 19, very powerful paladins can fix it. People that are even above Aubrey's level, you don't know of any around Emberval. But you do know that extremely powerful paladins, and then some of the elven druids also would be able to fix this, but you'd have to take him to the the Elven conclaves, either somewhere in Mistwalk or further south into the Elven Nation. I can't remember its name off the top of my head.
Aubrey, is there any higher paladins within Embervault that you are aware of?
Carthia is the name. She within Emerald? No. Even the most powerful priests of my order typically don't reside within Embervault. I do believe one of our high priests is currently visiting Rosefield.
It could be magic, or it could be trauma.
You can see he's now no longer like frantic on the ground. He just, how did you get here at this time? Precisely at the right time.
They
Looks up at all of
killed
you.
my father. What do you expect would happen?
I see. I'm sorry. And you see there's like a little light comes on in his head. There's other captives. In the chambers that they held me in, there were others there. They're just down the hallway here. I think they were planning on sacrificing them. He stands. You can tell he's weak, but he's able. He looks pretty built. Like, this guy is pretty strong. Very healthy individual.
He cast a healing spell.
He did. He cast Master Cure Wounds, and he also used what looked an awful lot like lay on hands.
If he's got the ability to cast those, would he have the ability to fix his own head?
Not necessarily. Well, maybe, because Master Cure Wounds is a really high-level spell, but as a paladin, you'd have to have it prepared. The spell that you would need is specifically out-of-game knowledge here. The spell you need to cure something like memory loss is Greater Restoration, which, number one, paladins don't get it by default. That's like an oath thing. And then number two, you'd also have to have it prepared, which I don't think he does.
But do clerics get it?
There are no clerics in this world. Well,
there's also no mages, and we just murdered one.
You went to the one magic enclave in the fucking world, except for the elves. The elves do have full casters, but those are quote unquote old magics.
So, there are no casters here, and us murdering a caster, we technically made that more true. But at the same point, they're not non-existent. They're just incredibly rare.
Right? Yeah, they are incredibly rare, and you yourself have never met, from out-of-game standpoint, a high-level cleric, let alone just a cleric in general.
Yeah. I know limited knowledge of cleric, and I guess my question of if can he fix his own head was more of a to-the-party question.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought you were asking.
I don't fucking know. I mean, I do know, but I don't.
Yeah, semi-directed at Aubrey more.
Only very powerful magic could fix something like memory loss. I could try a lesser restoration, or maybe I could lay on hands, but...
I mean, I could also... I have one more spell that I can use to dig around in his head and see if there's anything, but... it's mine.
He stands. When you say dig around in his head, he recoils like you just struck him. No, please! Please, no more!
She's not the most likely person in this group to hurt you.
He actually, backs up a little bit further now.
He is right. My anger was towards them.
We could also read a book. I'm sure there's, tons of them here.
Well, the rest of us could read the book.
That's why I said we, not me.
You're blind.
Moves closer over here now, away from him here. I don't know what I should do.
Come with us?
We should...
Are we doing the thing? Or are we actually taking him with us?
What's the thing?
The thing we always do.
I don't know what that is.
Recruit people into our party.
Yeah, we found a random stranger.
Considering he looks... Considering considering he looks like royalty, and if his memory is restored, it's quite possible he wants to go home.
That hasn't stopped other people.
I mean, that's true, but we don't know... How do I put this? What side of the royalty that he is.
But he's a healer. We just feed him a bunch of food and it works, right?
We recruited an orc shaman.
You did.
I don't care what side he's on. We recruited an orc shaman. I believe that we are past biases.
What'd you say?
If we fed you a bunch of food, would you stay?
I'm not particularly hungry, but I will take anything that you deem to give me. I'm
not a cat.
She's not real good at this whole recruitment thing yet. We have to break her in first.
Yeah, she's new.
I don't know how my healing works. I just kind of willed it to happen, and it did. But I can try and heal if that's what you need. I want to try and get my memories back. I don't remember who I was, and this is bothering me quite a lot.
I'd imagine if I could cure it for you, I would.
I've heard sudden shocks have a way of jolting memories.
No.
Please, get like 3 coils from you.
I am the one who decided to make the morally questionable decision.
I might be asking him weird questions, but at least I'm not trying to hurt him.
I mean...
I was genuinely attempting to solve the problem.
So, I have an actual legit good idea. Why don't we go see if any of those captives know who he is?
I mean, their memories were probably wiped too, so I guess we should
Well,
grab them up.
We had spoken, before, a couple of times. One of them was, can't remember her name. Lariah, I think. She was very friendly.
Okay. I'm having a brain moment here.
Uh-huh.
Does he vaguely look like Artis in any way?
No, not even remotely. Like, the hair is a little similar, but the facial structure is very different. He looks very... Like, Artis was kind of rugged-looking, very square-set jaw. This man looks very... For lack of a better word, he's very pretty. He's got very soft, delicate features.
Question. Do you have a last name?
Not that I remember. They just told me my name was Noah.
Are there any royalties named Noma that are currently living?
You can roll a history check for me.
17.
Would I be able to give advantage on that with any info I have gained from my network?
Sure, yeah. So 18. You don't know of any royalty named Noah, no?
Or nobleman?
And even further, you know of 0 royalty in Nureau, at least, that is a tiefling. Tieflings are yeah, he's a tiefling.
He could be.
Tieflings are extraordinarily rare.
He could be across the river.
Yeah. So if Verena, you reach the door, just roll me a d20 here. On a I'm gonna say a 7 or higher, it's unlocked.
Hey Aubrey.
I don't know if they would have locked it or not.
Is there somebody in your clergy can
It's
speak
locked.
with dead? Speak with the dead.
Hold on a minute, Heather. I'm trying to.
Okay.
Oh, Everna's doing something right now. So yeah, Everna, the door is locked.
Okay, cool. Is it made of wood or metal?
The door itself is wood. The area surrounding it is like this. It's like really shitty metal, like rusty-looking metal.
Cool. Can I stab my sword through the door and like make a hole large enough to reach the handle on the other side?
Make me a single attack roll.
Sure.
Okay. All right. I would say with a little bit of effort, and thanks to the rigidity and strength of Verdant's blade, you are actually able to basically pry the what do you call it? The
Right,
like
Verdant's
locking
blade's
mechanism. Yeah, it is. The locking mechanism basically completely out of its socket. And the door just swings open.
Cool.
You see beyond you see a couple of braziers, and as you take like just kind of a peek in, you also see what looks like a kind of
fucking nothing because I only see 10 feet.
That's right. As you walk in, you do feel the heat, but there's also this like cold draft coming from some.
She's tapping her sword, by the way.
Gotcha.
I'm not being stealthy at all.
Gotcha.
don't know
As
if
you
it
tap your
matters.
sword, Freya, what were you asking a second ago?
Oh, I was asking Aubrey if someone from our conclave could speak with dead.
From the Flame Seekers, I mean, no. I don't know of anybody that knows how to do that. We burn the dead. We don't.
Freya cuts off the guy's head.
Okay, yeah. You spend the next 15 minutes removing Talanak's head. Noah rapidly just gets over here and is now looking away, trying to get away from the scene as fast as possible. Cut off Noah's head.
No.
Would take some restraining.
Yeah, it probably would. Iverna, as you enter in, you're tapping your sword. You almost run into this brazier. I'm gonna move you a little bit further in. You're tapping your sword. You hear the echoes coming back, or stone walls. There's some wooden something in here. Furniture, probably. There's metal braziers. You also hear the room is shaped in a weird way.
Is that
It
I'm assuming
is.
it's just part of the map, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
just
whole.
part of the map.
It's a
I love
whole-
it.
It's fucking great.
I love it too.
You do hear someone finally call out, Hello?
Hello.
Oh my god. That's not them. Talise, that's not them.
I'm gonna stop trying to fix
It
the
could be a
freaking dead
trick.
wall.
Okay, yeah, you hear this, and Noah is now out of the room.
Is that coming from over here?
Yes, you can track it down quite easily. Aubrey's gonna follow as well.
Yep.
Okay.
As you kind of walk, you do hear, with the echoes, you can hear that there's a hole in the floor, pretty easily, and you do feel the edges of it, because the hole is kind of raised up a little bit. So there's this big gaping pit in the floor. There's something soft and squishy in the bottom of the pit. And you can hear the cages around you as well. The male voice you just heard just,
Well. Looks like it's not a trick after all. I don't know who this is, but... What's your business here?
he says. You hear him press against the cage.
Freeing you?
Then it's looking like business is good. Can you... Wait. She can't see. Mariah, she can't see.
I can see well
Oh.
enough.
As you walk over to the cage.
And I, without hesitation, stab my sword in between the two of the very tightly. I'm guessing there's a cage door, yeah.
Mm-hmm, yes.
Yeah, between the cage door and the wall that it's attached to, and just pry it off with Baradin's blade.
Fucking pry it straight off. The chain snaps easily. The door opens up. And Lariah rushes out. You hear her just sprint out of this thing. And to the other side of the room. She's pretty quick too.
See, well enough.
So you're really here to free us, then?
Duh.
I guess that prayer wasn't for nothing, was it, Larai?
And I told you. The gods answer my prayers.
Oh, trust me, you don't want the god that I have.
I don't care about your god, I only care about mine. You
Open his cage too.
do the same thing to his cage as well. He steps out. Shorter man, really heavy set dwarf. He's stocky in the way a massive tree stump is stocky. You're pretty sure if this man went and stood in the center of the tornado would not pick him up. And as he steps out,
Oh, man, it's been a long time since I've been out of that cage. Are we gonna go kill some fucking Ascari? 'Cause I'm ready.
Oh, they're dead.
you hear the sigh. Just
Sorry, friend.
So, I know that Heather and Rin don't know Jake.
Mhm.
All I can picture with this guy is Jake's dwarf.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You would know as well. His accent is Imperial. This man is definitely from Imperial lands. Especially you, Emonir, having spent time in Imperial lands. This man is Imperial. Given his stature and build and his temperament, this man was probably, and no insight required for this. This man was almost certainly an Imperial soldier.
Question: do you guys have memories of who you were?
I've got something of a memory, yeah. I remember everything. How they took me from the forests. Yeah, I remember.
Don't you know who Baradin is?
I don't think Loraya was. She's gonna automatically fail that one. Talise probably does. We'll just give him a check here. Yeah.
I know who Baradin is. He's the hero of Nureau.
She pulls out her sword, like, which she already has out, hands it to him, and, like,
Well,
walks
a
over
19
here.
history. He looks at it.
Is this? Wait. It's got a spot for the emeralds right on the bottom of it. Fucking. Who are you?
He hands your sword back.
She doesn't even, like, she doesn't actually pick it up. She just, like, summons it back to her hand.
Disappears out of his hand. Appears back in yours.
Do you know anything about the emeralds by any chance?
I know that he had 2 of them. It looks like they're not there anymore.
Yeah.
How'd you come across Baradin's blade? That's something the Imperial Army's been looking for I don't know how long.
Made a blood pact with an anvil.
That'll do it. That'll get you every time.
Promise to be basically a champion of hope.
Champion of hope?
Yep.
I'm not big on hope. I'm real big on practicality.
I mean,
So, do any of you know who he is? Points to the tiefling.
oh yeah, Noah.
That one? Yeah, they brought him in a couple days ago. Stuff started getting real weird when he showed up. Seems like a nice enough fellow, but says he can't remember anything, and that's a little weird to me. Weird things happen around here.
Miss, where are you from?
I'm from south of Nureau. The DM's notes. Hold on. I'm from the forests south of Nureau in Carthia. And, you can't necessarily make out all of her features perfectly, but given the way she moves, given that she's from the from Carthia, which is the country south of Nureau, given the way she speaks and everything else, she's probably a shifter. Emonir, you and Freja and Midori, you also, especially you, Midori, and especially you, Emonir, you both being elves, you'd be familiar with shifters. They live in the Elven Kingdom of Carthia, generally speaking, and they're almost always just found in the Elven forests. They kind of have this like pact with the elves where they're allowed to roam the forests and live as they want to, as long as they don't interfere with elven business.
Is Spirit even back?
Oh, did she say she would be right back?
Yeah. 3 minutes ago.
Oh, I see. I did not notice.
I missed that.
I'm gonna
well-
put her character up here.
Now that you're free, what do you plan to do? Go back home?
Loraya, I don't really know. Probably, yes. We'll return to the forests. And, Tally's...
I'm not real sure that home's a great place for me to go back to. I was thinking about just settling down here in Nureau. The ash is lovely this time of year, and I think y'all could use a good soldier or two. Yeah.
I'm gonna start
that's
twirling
what-
my dagger as he starts saying this.
Yeah.
The usual dagger.
Well, you're both welcome to come join my city. We could use She looks at faces the dwarf.
Yeah.
Is he a dwarf? Or just
He's
a
a
very
dwarf.
burly human?
He's a dwarf. Yeah.
We can always use more troops.
I mean, do you pay?
Yes?
Do you give me food?
When there's food to spare.
Do you make me kill children? I
No.
can't kill children.
No,
All right.
no.
Cool.
No.
Yep. You know, I think you and I get along just fine.
Well, as current ruler of Embervault, you're more welcome to stay. So long as, for the current economic situation, just stay out of trouble.
I'm not sure what the fuck you just said, but you know, that's all right.
Right.
Yeah. So he looks at you, Iverna, and then he looks back at you. You're the ruler of Embervault. Oh wait, hold on. There's some freaky shit going on in here. All right, you're the ruler of Embervault. You've got Baradin's blade. He looks to you, Emonir. He goes, "Who the fuck are you? You've got to be somebody important now too, right?"
Nope.
He's just the assassin.
All right,
Kind of
he's
is.
all
important to
right.
me.
I'm gonna have him roll an insight check here. All right, you're. I'm gonna place you, and he points at Iverna. I'm gonna place you as her killing person. And he points at Aubrey. He goes, "I can tell you're some kind of priest or cleric." And then he points at Midori, and he goes, "And you." He looks at the bow on her back, and you're another shooting person. Got it.
I like him.
He's very astute in his observations.
I
even
think-
if they are just lucky guesses.
I think if you're recruiting an army, are you some kind of warlord?
Warlord? No. Well,
I'm sorry.
No.
Are you some kind of banner lord?
yeah, sort of. I have
Okay,
my own
all right.
town.
Yeah.
City.
You're a banner lord.
Hey, it's very nice.
Sure. What's the name of your city?
Fuck. I almost said osteoporosis.
That's a spell.
Into Asterion.
That one, yes, and no hysteria.
I don't think he would have heard of Into Asterion at this point. Let's find out.
Never fucking heard of it. Where's it at?
Pulls out a map. It's upside down, and she points at a random place on the map.
You see him. He doesn't fix the map. He just he looks at your finger. He goes,
You got a city in the middle of the
I can't see the map.
oh,
She's blind.
Wait, hold on. Let me.
he fixes the map a little bit. Moves your
Marking
finger.
some mountains.
All right, it's right here. It's right at the bottom of the SCART.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it marked. Fuck. Yeah, sure.
Why do we
All right.
not have a bump on this?
Hold it up against the wall.
She.
It's now very bumpy.
Well, no, like a bump on the paper itself.
Yeah, I mean, Imperial maps, they got little bumps on them where you can tell where stuff is.
What?
Yeah.
Gestures to Emonir. Why do we not have one?
Because you haven't held it up against the wall yet.
Freya just starts.
Against the wall.
You hold it up against the wall.
With my deadly precision, I'm going to throw the knife and make a very big bump where Endo-Asterion is.
I need you to roll an attack roll for me with your knife.
I don't actually have a knife in my inventory.
Just roll your bow. It's the same thing.
Okay.
You have arrows. It's okay.
Since it's an inanimate object, you have advantage on it. Critical hit, perfect strike with the knife. The wall is stone. You do make a huge bump where Industerian is. The knife doesn't stick into the map, but now there is a hole in the map where Industerian would be.
There you go. Bump.
Thank you.
The knife flips backwards off the wall and just lands point down into the floor, which is a mixture of stone and dirt.
She picks up the knife and hands it to him. Not Emonir, but the dwarf.
Oh, he takes it.
You'll
Give
need
me
to
a
give that to
dagger?
them. Yeah, you'll need to give that to them.
Right. Alright.
As for Enkosh, he'll put you to work.
So, and you're gonna hire maybe lessons from my previous life have taught me a few things. I am former Imperial infantry. I was a sub-commander of one of the Imperial legions. is that, you know, I've committed war crimes. We're gonna go ahead and get that out in the open. I've killed a bunch of people, innocents, women, children. Don't like doing that. Not a fan.
As long as you never do it again, you're forgiven. How's that?
Is that the way this works? Can I just, like, turn a new leaf here? Is that allowed?
Absolutely, yes.
In her town,
Great.
yes.
Good. I deserted. I'm a deserter of the Imperial Army. Not a big fan of the
You have a problem
Imperials
with
these
orcs?
days. No. I don't got a
Cool.
problem with anybody unless they got a problem with me.
Cool. We have all kinds.
Great. All right. I promise not to murder or kill anybody unless, you know, I'm ordered to, in which case I might disobey that order if it's something I strongly disagree with.
I mean, if you strongly disagree with it, please tell me.
All right, great. Takes the dagger, puts it in. He's wearing like very basic clothing, and puts it in like this little sash belt. And Lariah just,
Wait, you were an officer?
I was sub commander.
Tell that to Ankash.
Okay, can do that.
We need more people who are willing to. We need more people willing to openly voice their concerns and opinions when given orders.
All right,
Not
sure.
disobey, but
Right.
She doesn't want a yes man, but she wants somebody that questions.
I'm familiar with Imperial hierarchy. If it's anything like that, it'll be fit right in. I imagine.
I
Lariah,
have
are you coming with me, Lariah? And she
You're welcome.
she kind of like looks back and forth between the dwarf and she looks at everybody else. I'm just gonna roll for Lariah
You
here.
don't have to fight if you don't want to. For what it's worth, we
I'll roll
have
wisdom.
a town set up on the southern edge of the Scar as a operating base, you could say, protecting various sources of the river from monsters that come in from the Scar, and we're trying to push into the Scar because we're trying to.
As
figure
much as
something
I
out.
appreciate the offer, I have seen nothing but ash and stone for months. And I want to go back to a green wonderland.
Well, that'll be ash and stone here in a bit too.
With it getting as bad as it has outside.
The Ashfall's getting worse. And Noah says this at this point as well. Like joins on with the dwarf. He's, the Ashfall is worse.
Much worse, yes.
They.
Is it because of them? And he like gestures back to the where you just fought the right?
That's why I needed the one that was casting a ritual on you alive.
I have no regrets.
I know, and I don't
Well,
fault you for it.
We're not sure, but we're trying to stop it.
Damn.
Whatever stopping it looks like.
What about you, Noah? You're free now. All the crazy shit happened the second you showed up. So, what are you doing? I don't know.
You're free to join too until you get your memories back.
Where did you say the best?
Go to your place?
Yeah.
The Indo-Asterian?
Or stay with us or whatever.
He thinks on it for a second. I could do that, yes. He looks to Telly's. Can I travel with you there? I've got healing magic, apparently.
Healer's as good as any. I'll take it.
We're gonna need a bigger mage.
Oh yeah, we are.
Welcome back, sir. Yeah, you'll also Freya, you just kind of peek down the hole. There is a big like weird tentacly monster down there. It's just like writhing and Oh, you're fine.
Freya just speaks to it in undercommon or deep speech. See if I can't get a response.
You speak to it in deep speech.
Yes.
It stops writhing around and seems to like come to attention. What do you say to it?
So, why did they stick you in a hole?
You don't get a response. But it does seem to just be listening to you now. Like, before it was just kind of there, and now it's, like, paying attention.
How?
You see some of the tendrils now reaching up towards the top of the hole. It's not tall enough to reach, but it's now almost like it's asking for something.
Are you hungry?
You say that in deep speech?
Yes.
The tentacles are now straining to reach towards you.
I throw a ration down there. Why not?
Throw a ration down there?
Yeah.
It disappears into a mass of tentacles and is eviscerated almost.
Is it wise to feed the tentacle hole monster?
What is it?
Would be a religion check to know what this is.
22.
Yeah, so your patron's
Okay.
probably pretty familiar with these, and you being a great old one seeker definitely got some familiarity with these. This is, and judging by its size, which it's rather large, this is an elder mimic. This is a mimic that has been alive for probably 20 to 30 years.
Holy shit. It's a fucking elder mimic, guys. And it's been alive roughly 30, 40
Wow,
years?
I've never seen one of those before.
Oh my god.
It's fucking massive.
Do we let it live?
There was a couple other prisoners. That thing got a good taste of them.
Would I know how intelligent it is?
Yeah, with a 22, yeah. You know that they're about as intelligent as your average, 6 or 7 year old.
Could I telepathically communicate with it?
It seems to understand you in deep speech.
But it's
Just very basic.
basic?
Yeah, imagine how smart a dog is.
Ah.
It's not gonna be fucking building a spaceship anytime soon, but it can follow basic commands.
It's cute.
Would we have to get a pet elder mimic?
I kind of want to.
I mean, we've got to pet everything else recently.
Free to try to get it out of the hole. I don't know if that's a good idea, but you're free to try.
Where would he even put it?
Preferably in a fire.
Put it in a fire?
Don't dislike the dwarf's idea.
I don't have it, but I cast fireball anyways.
You cast fireball, the mimic shrivels and die, and then you blink and you're watching them have this conversation.
Oh, right. I was not supposed to kill him. I was supposed to torture him.
Yes, you were supposed to torture him with me.
Well, we'll revisit that.
So you got the archmages then?
Plural? What?
Yeah. Yeah, see, there's 3 of them. Best we figure. There's the older one. There's Talanak. He's the one that dealt with us mostly, and then there was a 3rd one. He's a younger-looking guy.
At this point, I'm gonna look at Noah.
Yeah, look at Noah. Well, we were told that the Archmage sacrificed himself to the cause.
We were?
He did?
Yes, Telenak convinced him apparently.
Yeah, one of the mages mentioned that Telenak convinced the other archmage to die for the ritual.
Oh, and the third archmage was the one out front, right?
The third archmage was the
one in our chambers.
Was the one in the chamber. Was the one that killed Artis.
Oh, okay, so we've seen all 3.
Yeah, you've seen all 3.
Oh, okay.
Well,
no, I know that one.
You have an idea of where all 3 are. You know, you've seen the older one, and you've seen Talanak. The third one supposedly is dead.
Probably not safe to assume he's dead.
That's what the Ascari said.
Yeah, that's why we're looking at him. Cause
Are there any bones in the blood pit thingy back down south?
Wait a second. Did the dwarf say he had seen the 3rd one? Or just that he had heard of the 3rd one?
The dwarf said he's seen the third one. He's a younger-looking guy, he said.
Okay. Okay, I think we can stop being suspicious of Noah.
Okay.
He's just a younger-looking guy. He's got a real thick, bushy beard and a graying hair now, even though he's probably doesn't look a day over 25.
Is he dead?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen him in a couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
Time gets fuzzy around here, though.
I'm gonna go check the blood pit.
We should probably go look for a corpse.
Yeah, the blood pit is like half empty now that Freya's patron has had a little bit of a taste of it.
Gross.
There's no corpse or bones within the blood pit, best you can tell. As you search around, it appears to only be blood.
We still have this way to look.
I need a bath.
Did you just say you need a bath?
Yes. She like holds out her her legs, which are like splashed with blood, and her arms, which are also like splashed with blood.
A prestidigitation.
God damn.
That's not the same.
Yeah.
At least you're
It
clean
doesn't get
now.
rid of that feeling of being dirty.
This is where we need shape water.
Sure.
I can't do that. Sorry.
The solution to being covered in blood is to not be close enough to need a bath.
Waves her hand in front of her eyes.
The the dwarf points to you, Emonir, and then points back to her. And,
I think she'd make a pretty bad archer.
I would beg to disagree. There is a lot of luck involved with her.
Maybe so.
I'm gonna throw a rock at Emonir.
Are you going to use another luck roll to re-roll and hit me with it?
Nope, I only had one luck roll for the day, and I used it.
Yep.
Yep, used it in the
so,
contest.
roll me just a dexterity check here.
This would be disadvantage because it's outside of 10 feet.
It's true. Okay. It rolls into the pit, and you hear the mimic go.
That wasn't near you, was it?
says,
No.
says it in deep speech. Sorry, she was trying to hit someone else.
About 10 feet to the right.
Well, I don't really want to hang around here. There's some demons and some bullshit and some mages, and I'm not real fucking happy about any of that. So I'm just gonna mosey. I think I can find my way, perhaps.
If you make it back to like the main area, I think the mages are waiting.
Wait, like to kill me?
No,
Hold on.
to teleport you.
What?
We made some friends.
Ride a griffin? Something like that.
We should explain to him.
Hold on a minute.
We should explain to him the whole
Hold on.
series of My Little Fighter Friendship is Magic, so that he understands that the mages are
Oh,
friendly.
right. So before we came here, there were some other mages that were under like a spell. We freed them from the spell. There was a succubus or something, I think. We freed them from the spell. They said that they weren't happy with the order. We talked to them, interrogated them a bunch, and they were willing to help us. So they're waiting there to take people back to like Ember Vault and Endo Asterion.
So these aren't the murder mages; these are just the normal mages. Okay.
Yes.
A better way to refer to them is the not murdered mages. And I emphasize the ED at the end of murdered.
Okay. Okay.
Remember the thing I
Alright.
said where, people get to turn over a new leaf? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're right. All right. If they don't, he looks at the dagger. He like holds the dagger in his grip. If they make any fucking sudden movements, I can't make any promises.
Don't stab them.
I'm not gonna stab them unless they stab me first.
If they stab you first, I'll kill them.
Okay. All right. Loraya, are you coming? And I will escort you to Endo Asterion, but after that, I'm going home.
I would suggest that you go together because of the things we ran into on the way in here. So
Oh yeah, demons.
And what about you, pretty boy? No, I suppose I can come with you. Sure. I will make an adventure out of it, I guess. There's not going to be much adventure if we're teleporting. It'll be about 20 minutes.
Oh, I don't think it's teleporting. I think it's actually like
flying. Or
Eagles. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh shit, we're going the scenic route. All right, sure.
I think.
How do dwarves feel about flying?
In this world, they're fine with it.
One of my favorite sayings from WoW's dwarves is "keep your feet on the ground."
Yeah. See, like the stone folk dwarves, they're generally not like. I try not to like blanket a whole race in one trait.
Well, okay. The funny part about it is, now in hindsight, thinking about it, the dwarves in particular, they say it, yet at the same point, in Warcraft 3, they were the first aerial unit for the humans.
The Wildhammer clan.
One
Right.
clan of dwarves likes the air. Sorry. Tangent
Fine.
ish.
That's funny. You watch your companions depart. What are you guys doing? Actually, it's 9:37. Let's take a short bio.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, cool.
We're usually bad at those. So
Yeah, let's take a little short break here.
Yay, break.
Okay, friends, are you all ready to start again?
yes.
So, here you find yourselves in Wales End, the keep of the Ascari, having just rescued a couple of captives and stopping the ritual. What are you doing from here?
Wait, what?
What are you doing from here?
I had a stroke, I think. I thought we were playing What Lies Below because you said, like,
Oh no.
Whale's End, and my brain was like,
Mm.
holy fuck, we made it back to the Triumvirate's camp.
No.
No.
Yep, okay.
All right. It's a little fucking like intracranial.
Sorry.
What do you call it?
Uh,
All right. What are y'all doing from here?
I'm gonna.
So we came down these stairs, correct?
Yeah.
You did. You came down these
I guess
stairs.
we were
and-
going to examine the pool.
Oh, the pool? Yeah, y'all looked at the pool just a second ago. There's nothing in the pool. It's just blood.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, we were looking for corpses. We weren't looking for...
Yeah, I wanna look at his corpse, see what's on his person, and also
sure.
the spell book he was reading from.
Yep. The spell book. So you're gonna get He's got his spell book on him. He has a pouch on him. Would he carry his? Yeah, probably.
Oh, sorry, I thought I muted my mic.
Oh, you're fine. That's really good. Yeah, so you're gonna find his spellbook. You find his component pouch. You find a ceremonial dagger, which is on his person, a signet ring of the Ascari, which he is wearing, as well as his money pouch, which has got about 75 gold in it.
Okay.
What else are you doing?
I want to explore what's down this way.
Yeah, sure. You kind of sneak down this way. Just roll me a stealth check for now. Yeah, 24. Okay, you're pretty comfortable with how you're sneaking here. Sneaking down through this way, you see that this leads to a what looks like at first kind of this underground, like an underground pond is the best way I can describe it. It might go further underground, but you don't see a way without diving in to follow where it might go.
I'm not going to just dive into the random water. I don't know.
That sounds like a something you should definitely do, actually.
It's calling to
I'm going to tell you, Verna, there's a lake over here, and that looks like it's all that's here.
Okay.
Where?
Through the mental link. Yeah.
I'd have to be within range of you, but yeah.
Right.
Down this way?
Yeah.
I can't see shit. You know, on the count of 10 feet. Oh, is this it?
Mm-hmm.
Small, like, underground pond type thing. It doesn't seem to lead anywhere. It's not like a river. And the water is very cloudy, and you can see there's like this almost sheen over the water.
I'm gonna touch it.
You touch the water, it is very slimy.
Slimy?
Yeah. And your hand comes away as you like run it through the water, just barely. Hand comes away with this like almost like a layer of mucus.
Is that from the top, or is it
from the top?
Just from the top layer, so the water underneath feels fine.
Right, yeah. It's like the mucus is like, or whatever it might be, is like floating on top of the water.
So if I take the sword, can I like clear out a section of it?
Yeah, a little bit of work, and it does start drifting back in relatively quickly.
That looks gross.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
You want to jump in?
You're gonna go into the water?
I'm gonna go into the water.
Oh no.
As you enter into the water, immediately a tingling sensation hits you.
Uh-oh.
It covers you. From head to toe, there's this floatiness, like you're suddenly weightless. Like you could drift away at any moment, and the sense of direction that you have, which your perception is very high, but so Iverna naturally has this really strong sense of direction, but it's gone. All of a sudden, there is no up or down. You feel like you're spinning through this infinite nothing. Feet finally, something that feels like a bottom. And your sense of direction is reoriented to dizzying effect.
Hold on, I need to read something.
Mm-hmm.
See. Oh, you've blind sight with a range of 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. So how long can I hold my breath for?
It is a number of minutes equal to 1 plus your Constitution modifier.
So 3 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I would just like to briefly look around for anything on the bottom.
Okay. Just. Make me a perception check. I'm going to put this at disadvantage.
Why is it a disadvantage?
Because you can't hear, smell, or really even feel anything right now. Like, pretty much all of your senses are not functioning.
Okay. Okay.
19. I'm sorry, 14. You are in the bottom of the water. You all see her go in. She's probably no more than a foot fully underwater. So the water, where she's at, it's probably about 6.5, 7 feet deep, somewhere in there. Iverna, looking around, you don't notice anything too peculiar about the water or the area around you, but... Let's see how much of this is... Okay. With a 13, that would... Yeah. You don't notice anything too peculiar except for when you're kind of feeling around, and you find a bone of some sort. It's about 1.5 feet long.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm. That's all you find here. It's just a singular bone. About 1.5 feet long. Looks an awful lot like a leg bone. Like a femur.
Okay, I take the bone.
Take the bone? Do you move forward in the water, or are you trying to exit the water?
Oh, I can move forward further?
You can walk on the bottom of the water, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was what I was saying. It's like I was walking along the bottom.
Oh, okay. I thought you hit the bottom and were just like looking around you.
No.
Okay. You find a bone, then you find more, and you find more. It becomes pretty clear to you that this is some kind of corpse dumping ground. And as you kind of proceed through the silt and the mud and the dirt in this water, there's a bit of movement beneath your feet. There's a bit of movement beneath your feet. Iverna, I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. You feel something grab a hold of your leg, and you quickly break free. Easily break free. But not before you take 5 points of acid damage.
Oh, like that.
You feel something in the water moving with you, and with your blind sight, so your blind sight, I would imagine, doesn't particularly function very well if all of your senses are
So it says
limited.
you have blind sight with a range of 10 feet. Within that range, you can effectively see anything that isn't behind total cover, even if you're blinded or in darkness. Moreover, you can see an invisible creature within that range unless the creature successfully hides from you.
So my question here is, how does blind sight work? Because I would think this is an echolocation thing.
So it says a monster with blind sight can perceive its surroundings without relying on sight within a specific radius. Creatures without eyes, such as Grimlock, and gray oozes typically have a special sense.
Yeah, this also says creatures with echolocation. So I'm wondering, is Iverna's magical, like an ooze or a Grimlock, or is it echolocation, like a dragon or a bat? Because if it's echolocation, that does not function underwater.
Are they mechanically different?
In this sense, I would say absolutely they are, because a magical blind sight, like Muisc is going to be able to see underwater pretty well because it literally uses magic to see. And like a demon with blind sight, for instance, literally uses magic to see. Dolphins with dolphins. So
dolphins and technically sonar.
Right. So there's sonar in particular is what is underwater echolocation, but if you put a bat underwater, it's blind, right? So they're two different mechanisms. They're similar, but they're not the same thing. So that's what I'm hung up on. Is like, can you see within 10 feet of you, or does it not work for you? Let's see what.
Iverna's echolocation is technically sword on metal.
Well, it's any noise, really. Any loud, sharp noise would be able to. Qualifies. Okay.
I guess my point is, if you put a pot and a hammer underwater and you bang on the pot with it,
right, it doesn't create enough vibration for a dolphin to pick that up properly. It can hear that, it can feel that, but it's not the same thing as a dolphin's echolocation. Echolocation underwater requires much higher frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Just a second. I'm reviewing sage advice stuff on underwater bullshit.
All right.
What? This is broken. Okay. We're gonna go with what the designer of D&D says here. And says Verna, you can see just fine within 10 feet of you. I don't know how. I'm not gonna try to provide a physical explanation for this.
Please, no.
But you can.
There's no mechanical difference between the two creatures, and D&D is not sophisticated enough to elaborate on so.
So there should be a mechanical difference between the two.
Should be, yes.
There technically isn't. And we're not going to complicate things. And Jeremy Crawford straight up just says, listen, if a creature has blind sight, it can see within that radius regardless of the mechanics behind it. So we're just going to say you can see within 10 feet of you. Fun fact, if a creature has blind sight, even if something is hidden, quote unquote, from that creature, they can still see them. So it's actually impossible to hide within 10 feet of you ever.
Unless it's invisible.
No, even if it's invisible, it is impossible to hide you. Magic has to, quote unquote, cloak your presence entirely, which includes sound and smell.
Doesn't it say in the text if they're invisible?
Yeah, it says, moreover, you can see an invisible creature within that range unless the creature successfully hides from you.
Jeremy Crawford straight up says it doesn't work at all. Invisibility doesn't. He says it is impossible to hide from a creature with blind sight if you are within its blind sight radius, unless magic completely conceals your location.
Would invisibility not do that?
No, because invisibility.
Well, if you're not moving,
you can hear somebody breathing. Like, I don't know how.
Well, that's fair.
I don't even have very good hearing, and I can hear Heather breathing across the room sometimes.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
It really just depends on how excited. No, it depends how excited I am.
Not even just your normal breath. Sometimes I can hear it, and I don't have good hearing, and you're over 10 feet away from me.
That, and sometimes I'm sleeping whenever you hear me like that.
Well, sometimes when you're sleeping, it's.
Shut up. I love you.
Mine's worse.
It is. It's far worse.
Mm-hmm. Mine's more like. Well,
if it hides from me, right? That I'm assuming that means tuning down its breathing and not moving.
So
right?
That's what I would assume. And fucking Jeremy Crawford's over here throwing wrenches in the works everywhere. He's like, it doesn't work at all.
Well, it specifically states it in the blind fighting style.
Yeah, and it doesn't say it in blind sight. So maybe
it's just blind fighting.
Oh, blind fighting is not blind sight. They're not the same thing.
Well, it says you have blind sight.
Oh well, if you have blind sight, I'm gonna listen. Anyway, so yeah, you're having a great time underwater here, Everna. Your skin's tingly. You just took 5 points of acid damage. Something grabs you. You can see it. There is a creature within the dirt here, and it has attempted to grab out at you with this kind of tentacle thing, which you have just separated from it. The tentacle separates from the creature and just dissipates into this like weird grayish liquid underwater.
Am I in a ooze?
It's quite possible. We just saw an ooze, a mimic.
I can smell you. Yeah, you're not sure what's down here. Bones. Yeah, Emonir, I never argue in an NPC's favor or in a PC's favor. I always argue in the spirit of the rules' favor.
No, I meant us.
Oh.
Like, we were all, like, on both sides of the argument.
Well, yeah, it's just because the sides are actually not defined like that. The sides are internal consistency. That's what the sides are. We're trying to make things consistent.
I'm in agreement. Yeah.
For consistency, I am saying right now, Iverna can see within 10 feet of her, and if a creature is invisible, it can attempt to hide from her. There we go. Fixed.
Cool. Alright, I was just about to suggest that.
That way it's not too bad.
Being able to see an invisible creature that's fucking, like, trying to hide is bullshit.
It's pretty OP, but apparently that's how blindsight actually works. I don't know.
Fuck that. That's OP.
Yep. Alright. Yeah, so this creature is now grabbed out at you, and you can see it now emerging from the sand in the dirt. It's you see this really like silvery shape underwater. It's amorphous blob. This is probably news.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna grab a bone and I'm gonna leave.
Okay. It's gonna get an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay. I can try.
Reaches out. Technically, it's an environmental effect, but you know what? We'll have it make a roll. All right. Yeah. As it goes to attempt to grab you again, you're now like aware of its presence. Easily get away from it. Grab your bone. Do you take more bones with you, or just the one?
Take a couple. Fuck it.
Okay. Couple of bones with you. Emerge from the water. Your skin still feels really tingly. But you are safely out of the water.
She drops the bones and just keeps walking. There's a news down there of some kind. Don't fuck with it.
Is it?
What if it follows us then? Can we fuck with it?
Is it?
Sure.
Is it coming out?
Hmm. Was it following me?
It doesn't appear to be.
I don't have a hand grenade.
Nor do you have a cleric to bless one.
I think they were using this as a dumping ground, and then there was a news down there that was eating things.
Okay.
Okay.
If she's leaving, I'm just gonna go along and we're just gonna roll with it.
Okay.
We've seen weirder.
We might as
Okay,
well go look
sure.
the rest of the tower over, I guess.
Yeah, as you begin ascending the stairs, you guys all kind of join back up and begin ascending.
Oh, no, I'm going back over to the mimic.
What are you doing with the mimic?
I don't think I can get this mimic out, can I, guys?
We might need to enlist the dwarf's help, and I don't think he would be willing.
You could jump down there.
I'm not jumping down there.
I wouldn't recommend it. Don't do it. Don't listen to them. They're trying to trick you.
It's an elder mimic. I'm not that stupid. It's
I don't know,
huge.
seems like you. What if you jump down there?
You could try flirting with it. Seduce the mimic. Embrace your inner bard.
I would take anything I say with a grain of salt. I haven't read a single book in my life. That's not true. I read a children's book once when I was much younger. You know, when I still had eyes.
Aubrey's just like, the elves make braille books, right?
Ha!
What? I think you need to
I
talk.
don't know how to read braille, but
I think you need to talk to the person who came from the Elflands.
I like how the assumption isn't, oh, hey, show me. It's, hey, teach me. Like, the automatic assumption is that Aubrey knows everything, because Aubrey is the smart one of the group.
no, she's not. She's, for reference, the smartest person in the group is Midori. By far.
That ain't true. I don't. Why?
Oh, yeah,
am
where's that
I in
shifter?
control of
I am
this?
looking at your intelligence.
I know. Why did I go with intelligence?
So, do we just kill the mimic? Or do we leave it here? Or what are we doing with it?
I mean, if we leave it here, it's just gonna starve, right?
Well, I imagine eventually
It'll escape.
Remain.
it'll eventually leave whenever it gets hungry enough.
What if it's stuck down there?
I say in deep speech, are you stuck down there? Can you get out?
It is as smart as a dog and cannot answer that question. However, you know that mimics are very amorphous. They're essentially oozes, and they can squeeze through spaces, and even an elder mimic can squeeze through spaces as small as 1 inch.
Yeah, they could squeeze through anything that's 1 inch.
Right, but we don't know what's down there. What if it is literally just a hole?
Would you like me to push you down there and find out?
No. I think you should go down there because you can talk to it, and it seems to like you.
I'm getting flashbacks to the time when Rel pushed Amalia down into the mimic hole.
Then I'll be stuck down there in the hole.
Yaverna, it's fine. If you can't see it, it can't hurt you.
What?
Aubrey's just like, I don't think that's true either.
As someone who has had to become very, very accustomed to people trying to, take advantage of my blind range, that is absolutely not true.
I missed her comment. I was too focused on the whole smart as a dog half of that
Oh.
conversation. As I put in chat.
She said, if you can't see it, it can't hurt you.
Look, here, if we can test this real quick. Tell it not to eat this, and I'm gonna throw down.
I'm gonna say don't eat that.
And you're gonna throw down what?
A rope.
Yeah, okay. You go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Don't eat.
Can I? Okay.
While they're doing this, I'm going to have the argument with Midori about the whole if it can't see you, it can't hurt you. I am a direct contradiction to that.
It's true.
I am a living contradiction to invisible pain.
No, it's fine.
Listen, at 23, I mean, this mimic, it doesn't eat the rope.
Cool.
Wait, are we friendship is magicking a mimic?
I would like to
No.
take it home.
No, probably not.
In the spirit of the meme, I am not against Freya trying to take it home.
Look, see, it listened to you. It didn't eat the rope. Just go down there and see if it can escape.
Because it's a rope. I don't think... Do mimics usually eat ropes?
They can.
I don't fucking know.
I think they can eat anything. Right?
You know if it's hungry enough to eat a rope.
You had a 22 on your check for mimics. You know that they can digest anything, but they're obviously they're meat eaters, so they are carnivores.
Let's try that again with a ration and not a rope.
Okay, sure. I need you to hold this for me. Hold. Don't eat.
Roll a persuasion check.
21.
Jesus. And you throw the ration onto it?
Yeah.
You can tell that it wants to. It needs it. But it waits. It listens.
See, look, there you go. You're safe. Go down there.
Fine. Hey,
Do you
go.
want me to go down there?
No. Go get me some corpses from the other room.
Well, we
Oh.
had.
I'm going to use it as a reward for not eating me.
Okay. All right. She goes and grabs a corpse.
She says indeed.
I almost did.
Freya gives it the okay to eat the ration.
It tears the ration apart in half a second.
And then she lifts up the body. Don't eat me, and you get this.
Roll a persuasion check.
19.
Okay.
I'm holding it tantalizingly over the pit. Can I give her advantage?
I would also like to argue advantage on the fact that we are attempting to tame this, and it has listened before.
I'll say advantage on this roll. It's fine. Yeah. So you're climbing down into the pit, Freya.
Yes.
So you get down to the bottom of the pit with the mimic right beside you. Careful not to touch it because you know that you'll adhere to the mimic, and then you might as well be dead now. And it listens. Surprising. It waits. You can tell it's ready to chomp, and you see several eyes appear, and this big grin, toothy grin, like smiling at you.
Is there a way for it to get out without having to go up?
Looking around the pit, no. This is a hole in the ground.
I was fucking right.
It would have to crawl through the ceiling, which mimics are amazing crawlers. It could definitely do it. They have a climb speed of 20 feet. It could get out of here anytime it wants to.
It hasn't.
I think you should tell it to sit up on the side of the hole opposite of where Giver and I are standing. Or do we need to give it its treat first and then dangle another one so it doesn't eat you? No, better idea. We should use an arm as a treat. We don't have to do the whole body at once. We can give it pieces.
I am not dismembering this body.
I mean,
Probably got at least 2 people here that are willing to do it for you.
I go for it then.
One of them is in a hole right now.
Okay,
I'm
maybe
gonna-
3.
I'm gonna need a bigger sword.
Throws up a rapier.
That's for not very good for cutting.
That's all I have.
She holds
That's
out
all I
Merrin's
have
blade.
to, actually.
Actually, I have a short sword. I will just use my short sword.
Okay.
I thought all I had was knives.
Oh, I also have a great sword that we got from that blue dragonborn.
I see.
That you told me to mark
Yes.
for some reason. It's got an asterisk and it says blue dragonborn.
Yep. Yeah. So you're just gonna chop that one up, I guess. All right. So you create some mimic treats. We'll leave it at that.
Mimic chunks.
Mimic treats.
Treats.
Yep. Treats for the mimic. We'll leave it at that. And yeah. Are you trying to convince it to come out of the hole?
What would be the best way to ask if it wants to come with? In simple terms.
Remember, like you're giving this mimic an intelligence it does not have. Like this is a repeated thing, so I will say it again. This thing is as smart as a dog.
Okay.
It's not, the decision to follow you is not like a conscious one. This is, imagine like a wild animal that you are attempting to feed.
You were attempting to tame a wild mimic.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Throw a Pokeball at it
Yeah, you're catching a Pokemon right now.
in the Safari Zone.
This is the not good Safari Zone.
Yeah. I will try to convince it to come out of the hole with me.
Okay. So it takes the better part of about an hour to get this thing to finally slither out of the hole, but using your newfound mimic whispering abilities, you manage to convince this mimic to not only to not eat everybody, but also to come out of the hole, and it seems quite taken with you. It's this person is feeding me, she's nice to me, maybe I'll follow her. So this mimic is now following you. Whether or not that's a good thing remains to be seen. I also just want to throw this out there. It's an elder mimic. It's quite large. I'm just gonna hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna put this thing on the board here.
Oh, that is huge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an elder mimic, so it's a big boy. And it reverts to its true form rather than its mimic form, so that it doesn't stick to everyone. And you see this big kind of mushy glob, basically.
Can we ride it?
You are fucking certainly free to try.
No, I'm not trying. I'm just asking if we could.
You remind me of a blob I once knew.
Of a blob I once knew. You remind me of a fucking...
I'm officially convinced that in this campaign, the dice are determined that we will make friends with whoever we want to.
I think so.
I gotta go.
Call it a friend.
I meant that as a cute thing.
That's
Oh, okay.
calling Xenos a friend.
This is true.
I'm sure if we gave Xenos enough things, he would eventually have been friends. And I think the same principle applies with the mimic.
You fuck all y'all. I was best friends with Xenos at the end of Endwalker, right?
You just had to keep fighting him. That's fine.
Yeah, he just had to keep going.
Okay.
Just had to beat him with a stick. It's okay.
God damn.
Okay, oh mimic whisperer.
All right, yeah. So the mimic whisper is official. You now have a pet mimic, for now.
For now.
Until we run out of bodies, and with the ones we leave in our wake, I think we'll be fine.
You know, sometimes you've got to. What the fuck's going on anymore? This campaign. This is a great campaign.
Don't worry, I'll find a good place to put it in the castle. No big deal. I mean, what?
Right. You have successfully rescued the mimic from the terrible mages. What are you doing now?
I don't think Art is gonna believe any of this. I think
Oh, we're
gonna
just getting
show it
started,
to Art.
honey.
I think we're gonna show it to Art, and I think it's gonna look the other way, and that's gonna be the end of it.
I can't wait to show the entire cancel room this.
Aubrey is just like, we are committing sacrilege.
Hey.
There are sins occurring that should never occur.
No.
The flame is watching us and it is judging.
No, that's...
A sin? Are we sure is there any rule books that say they cannot tame mimics? For it is sin?
Now you're thinking like a true part of this party.
Aubrey produces a prayer book and she recites a verse that just is like, "Thou shalt not fraternize with beasts of the land."
Technically, I did sacrilege in that temple that one time with Nyx.
I don't want to hear what you do.
Okay.
Phrasing?
Sin,
Yes, phrasing.
however you want to put it.
At that comment, I'm going to I'm gonna lean over to Freya's ear and whisper, "I think I know how to get the paladin on our side."
What do you mean?
Can we convince the mimic to look like a giant torch?
I'm gonna off myself for her.
Freya points to the brazier and then says, "Flame?"
I'm just fucking not even gonna make you roll for it. The mimic becomes a torch. It even like makes this like wiggly looking kind of like fire. You can tell it's not fire, but it's like mimicking the flame.
She gives a thumbs up, like, it's a good try.
Aubrey is highly offended.
I don't even care. I'm just losing my shit over here.
Aubrey will remember this.
Aubrey will remember that.
In character, I am losing my shit.
Fuck. Aubrey puts the prayer book away and then, a mockery of my faith. And just turns around and walks out of the room.
I would never mock your faith.
I already
Cowards!
left.
In
I
between
already
bouts of laughter,
Okay.
I shout after her, "I was just trying to present to you a living flame."
Aubrey's left the room. As you
Hey, is there anything
ascend...
down here? Sorry,
Down where? I'm sorry? No, not really.
I was walking around. Okay.
I was walking around back to town and all I see. That was
I
fucking...
don't see anything.
This is true, you do not. You do
Okay.
not. Back into the the central area of this castle as you ascend the stairs back to the ground floor. You find that the situation seems to mostly be under control. Your friends are now with the Ascari mages.
There's about to be a crap ton of panic.
It was the plant, now it's a mimic.
Yeah, and as you come out with the mimic, Amon the mage, you've gained a friend, I can see. I'm going to need an explanation for why the garbage disposal is following you.
It's a good greater mimic.
I don't...
We're very good at making friends.
One of the mages,
If you
like,
hadn't noticed.
one of his apprentices, like, leans in and whispers in his... Really? What can they? So... Okay, that's fine. No. I don't want any part of this. If the mimic has imprinted on you, then let it be.
let it be. Let it imprint on you. If it should consume your bodies as you sleep, please, let it be. I am
wish
not
it
a part of this situation any longer.
I wish it good
I'm
luck
gonna toss it
because
to me.
I don't sleep.
As he's mid-conversation, I'm going to toss it a assorted piece of a body part as a
Ugh.
just to prove that it is friendly.
Yeah, as you toss it a mimic treat, it... It's like a Scooby snack, but, you know, morbid.
I mean,
Are we?
Are we the baddies? Yes, yes, you are.
No, are we absolutely sure we're not in What Lies Below? Because this just seems like a What Lies Below scenario.
the difference here is the mimic would be a corpse flower.
This is true.
Uh-huh.
This is true.
And try to kill us. This one might kill us, but...
I mean, we blew up a corpse flower from the inside with 2 dance macabres.
That's true.
Emonir's feeding it body parts. Freya's taming a mimic. Yaverna's walking away. Aubrey's like, no, I don't want any of it. Like, this is just What Lies Below with different characters.
This is true.
The players' personalities really show through on occasion.
Hey, listen. Aubrey is not Zhao. Aubrey is a very devout and devoted individual who is very true to her faith.
You're right. Zhao would just smoke drugs and be okay.
Zhao would just, like, shake his head and watch what's going on, just like, I don't think this... Okay, alright, yeah, continue.
And to be fair, Alexander's response to a very similar situation would be more science than Emonir's. Emonir just loves torturing people.
This is true.
And the mental torture in this aspect is like mental terrorism.
Amon just said, so are you, and I just want to make it clear, I'm not teleporting that mimic anywhere. Are you all ready to depart?
I suppose we're walking then.
Are you going to just bring the mimic with you? Is that what's going to happen here?
He's the new group pet.
I see.
I hate it.
You can see in the back of his head he's like reevaluating his employment situation.
Hey,
Very well.
hey, no. I didn't approve this. All right, you're working for me, right?
Okay.
We're the darker half of the group. We don't technically employ you.
I employ him. I point to the other one.
I'm going to go. Okay, so are you guys just walking back then?
I suppose we scared our taxi.
Question. Was there anything upstairs?
You guys didn't go upstairs.
Hey, do you know if he had a journal or something?
Talanek?
Yes.
I don't know what he kept on him or kept journals, no. He was a very secretive person compared to the others.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Are you all headed back to Embervault then? Okay.
Probably.
I mean, did he have quarters?
Yes, the Triumvirate typically stayed upstairs.
Can we go check his quarters? Because I still have unanswered questions and I don't know what my next move is. By the way, where the fuck did you get the Tiefling guy?
He was brought in specially by Talanek. We're not sure where he came from, actually. He just came in with the prisoner one day and said that it's critically important that we do not listen to anything the prisoner has to say.
Noah, who is still here waiting on going back. He told me not to speak to any of you, that I would be hurt if I did, so I've tried.
Yay.
I will say that the strange occurrences began once this man, and he gestures towards Noah, showed up. I assume that this was Talonak's ritual plan of some sort. I'm not certain. And he looks at all of you. So I am to understand that you've done the deed. Talanak is dead.
Yes, he was in the middle of a ritual.
I may have got a little overzealous and forgot I was supposed to be torturing him.
Yeah, can any of you speak with the dead? Hold out his head.
Nope. None of them have the ability to speak with death.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, I don't think I have that capability. We were asked not to dabble in necromancy.
That's unfortunate.
It's an extremely dangerous form of magic. Though,
So is all magic, in my opinion.
magic can be good, can be great, but yes, dangerous. Agree.
Just depends on who uses it.
Talanak said that he was going to try and reverse the echo, but then he started using this summoning ritual. Maybe you're right. Maybe magic itself is the problem.
One way or another, it will lead to someone's death.
Amon just kind of seems to somberly.
I mean, in theory, it already has.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, then I suppose let us be about it.
He begins drawing teleportation circle.
can we?
Is this the point at which we convince him to bring the mimic?
I would like to go.
The mimic may pass, but only before me. I don't want it coming in after me. And I want it out of the way before we go in. Maybe it should come in last, actually.
Cool. I like how he's just resigned to that's how we work.
Yeah, no, he's so like he's pretty smart. Number one, he knows mimics can be trained given certain situations. They're pretty much just like I said. They're as smart as a dog is, and so you can train a dog to follow your commands if you give it food. Y'all are doing the exact same thing with a mimic. So
I'm gonna tell Freya to point to the fireplace. I want a walking fireplace.
I'm on a walking fireplace.
the mimic assumes the shape of a fireplace. Right.
This gig is just not going to get old.
Oh my god.
Aubrey's just got her arms crossed, tapping like just. Are we going yet?
Do we want to check his quarters before we leave?
That's up to y'all.
We probably should.
Okay.
That would be the mildly intelligent thing to do, even though our characters from What Life Below are turning in their grave that we're not checking every bookcase.
Heading upstairs. Y'all can roll me investigation checks if you choose. Okay.
That's on brand.
Yeah, it is. It is. Midori, you are the one to locate the quarters. They actually sleep in basically the same type of room as everybody else does here, and you note that upstairs is definitely like the rooms, the actual quarters for the Ascari, as there's several small rooms with beds. You find what can only be the quarters for the triumvirate themselves, and begin rummaging through their things. You find Hold on.
Okay, I was about to say, did my ears break or did everybody get quiet?
No.
No.
I mean, everybody's quiet, but I'm just typing out what you find.
Yay. Nope, ears broke.
With the 22, I would say you do find the secret compartment in one of the chests here.
Guys, I'm useful for once.
Thank goodness, because, yeah. I'm kidding. You're very useful, especially whenever you hit him without having to go through his AC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's too many thingies. What do you find in here? And that's pretty much it. And then within this quarters, you find a small silver and gold chest about 1 cubic inch that is placed in this very, ornate case within one of the rooms. You find a spell scroll of Commune. You find 150 platinum pieces and 500 gold pieces. The 150 platinum are part of the secret compartment that with the 22 you do find. That's 2,000 total gold. You find a variety of arcane ingredients. Pretty much any spell component you could name is probably in this room here. You find a backup spell book containing several unique rituals. You find Gerlark's journal, which is Gerlark is third and youngest of the Archmages. And then you also find a book in Talonek's room of information on Infernus, which is kind of the Nine Hells equivalent in this setting. That's all.
I really got juice for very little of that, except for the gold. I suppose the chest is, it
Yeah,
is
the chest could be
valuable.
worth something. It could be some kind of token. But at the bare minimum, I mean, it's a cubic inch of silver and gold, electrum. So.
Mm-hmm.
What's commune again?
Commune allows you to communicate with a deity of some kind. It is a magic ritual allowing you to contact a planar deity.
Can I read his journal? If that's okay.
Sure. You begin reading his journal. It's about 300 pages.
Let's go for the more recent for right now.
Yeah, you flip to the back of it, where there's still easily 100 pages of this journal that are not written in. But as you flip to the back of it, you find more recent stuff. Gerlark's final entry in the journal was dated about 2 weeks ago. And it says, Talonek seems to have a solution for the ash. I'm scared, however. He described to me a ritual that seems on its surface dangerous and upon probing deeper, seems to have a direct connection to Infernus itself. I tried quizzing Talanak on this, and he said, not to worry. He has everything under control. Kariak seems overjoyed that Talanak is finally taking initiative. But I fear the old fool is blind to the troubles. Talanak has been speaking to somebody late at night in his room. I can hear him through the walls sometimes. He's had long conversations with them, sometimes for hours. Who is he talking to? And that's all.
What does the journal before say?
The one before that, it describes, today I had a meal unlike any other. Various pieces of meat braised in marinade that made me feel alive again. It's been a long time since I've had a good meal, and this was important to me. Flip to the one before that. Talanak is at it again, drawing his damned summoning circles. I've warned that man that summoning is dangerous and should not be abused, but he continues to ignore me. I spoke with Kariak. He said not to worry. This is simply Talanak's passion. Passion is dangerous. The journal entry. I had a dream today. I dreamed that the ash stopped.
Can't hear
you. He says, I had a dream today. I dreamed that the ash stopped falling, finally. But in its place, there was a roaring inferno, consuming everything. I've had similar dreams. But this one felt different. This one felt real. The one before that. I heard a voice whispering my name today. I couldn't locate where the sound was coming from. It seemed to be everywhere and nowhere at once. It's probably Talanak playing one of his stupid jokes on me again. Several continue before that, with mentions of the last probably 2 months of journal entry are all heavily geared pretty much towards talent. You flip to the front and he's barely ever mentioned, but throughout the recent entries, Talanak seems to have been on Gerlark's mind quite a bit.
Guys, I don't think he willingly did that ritual.
What?
Is
everybody dead?
No.
No, I'm here. I was just contemplating.
You mean, who didn't willingly do the ritual?
The third youngest.
Okay.
How do you say his name again?
Gerlark.
Gerlark. It makes no mention, and he is very... How do I put this? The last 2 months, he has been consistently on the mine, and even had a dream about a roar instead of ash.
It was a roar of fire.
A roar of fire.
A roaring inferno consumed all the land.
Just before the guy did the ritual. Taranak did the ritual. And then he said Taranak has been talking to someone for hours in his room, most nights.
Sounds like somebody got a deity. Or like your person you have to talk to.
There's their names for you.
And the oldest, Karanak, Kariak, didn't see a problem with it. His passion, which can be dangerous, yes.
So the mage was dabbling in summoning magic he wasn't supposed to be dabbling in.
Yes, and the youngest did not like it.
He murdered him?
It may have seemed he may have been charmed.
We also don't know that Gerald is actually dead.
Yeah,
It's true. You don't have any evidence that he's dead?
the only other evidence would be to check that pool where that ooze is.
Oh.
And
Well, I can go check again.
What happens if we sick a mimic on an ooze?
When a mimic
To dispose of the mimic.
When a mimic and an ooze love each other very much.
well, I'm not sure. Are mimics territorial?
Mimics have one trait, and that's hungry.
Oh, I mean, it would try to eat the other ooze, probably.
Mimics can digest anything.
Literally.
Does that so that includes an ooze?
If the ooze doesn't get the mimic first. Could
Trying to
the
watch a
ooze
king snake swallow a python.
Well, we don't know how big it is. Did you get a feel of how big it was?
I don't know, did I?
It's a little bit smaller than like you, Iverna. Or Iverna. It's not very big.
She gestures like up to her, I don't know, waist.
Yeah.
Or chest or somewhere on there.
Also, we're gonna need a name for the mimic.
How about stick him on the ooze and then name him?
Okay.
We'd have to.
Something that may or may not win.
I wonder if there's more than one down there.
Why don't we ask the mages who own it?
Yeah, we probably should.
I mean, that would be the easy way to do it.
Do we know what the other item is? The small circle gold chest.
When you're
Guys.
stupid, the easy way is the better way, and Inverna walks
No.
off.
No, wait, hold on.
Oh,
Yaverna, please wait.
What?
We just came upstairs with an elder mimic as a pet.
Yeah?
They're gonna
And?
think we're trying to tame the ooze.
I don't want to tame it.
Them anything.
Or we just tell them the truth.
They're not gonna believe us.
Well,
I'm not opposed to taming an
I
ooze.
don't believe us.
I mean,
believe
you've just
me.
given me a terribly entertaining idea.
Inverna walks off again.
Okay.
somewhere Zhao is just like lighting up a pipe like, fuck, man.
let's just go talk to them, and then maybe we tame an ooze too. Why not?
With a mimic.
Hey, mage guys.
You're back, yes.
Yeah. So we're looking for
Proof
who
that
died again?
Gerlark.
Gerlark actually died.
That. Yeah. Apparently, he was like
If
assassinated.
He
or
was
something.
used.
Also,
Yes?
we think he might be in that weird ooze pit thingy. What is that, by the way?
It's a place where they dispose of organic matter.
Cool. I went swimming in it.
I see. It should be fairly pure. There are a couple of different oozes that live in those waters, and we throw in things that are less than savory, bodies, feces, etc. And the oozes clean it up. What? Just because you wizard, just because they wizards, you think they're gonna magically poop away? This ain't fucking Harry Potter.
Do you have a bath here?
No.
I pressed a dictationer again.
That's what the oozes are for.
No.
No, we have cleansing magics.
Yeah, what I just used on you.
Yeah, almost any mage can learn it.
She curls up into a ball. Sobs.
I'm gonna point to the-
on the back.
I'm gonna point to the fireplace
What?
again, and this time include any rug that's in front of it.
Sure, yeah. The mimic mimics that area of the place and then goes and stands next to it.
See, is this not comforting?
I mean, yeah, but if you try to sit on it or stand on it, you're gonna stick to it.
The point is to comfort, not to cuddle.
True.
Sitting on it is comfort.
I don't.
If you're into that thing.
I don't think the mimic is a good piece of furniture. I think the mimic's a bad piece of furniture.
The mimic is a very dangerous piece of furniture, especially if you invite guests over and they don't know you have a pet mimic.
Yeah, that would. Oh no.
Mimic.
I mean,
Oh, I didn't know you had 2 couches. I don't. Oh,
Whoops, I figured
It's like
that
a- game of prop hunt gone horribly wrong.
That is the best way to think about a pet mimic.
Mhm.
It's
So-
a very, very bad prop hunt game.
For the sake of a little bit of brevity here, I will say we're going to be wrapping in just a second.
Okay.
It is 10:59, so we gotta cut it off at 11. However, as you find yourselves with the belongings of the archmages of the Ascari, you have now raided Whale's End.
yes.
Talking to Amon and his other mages, his apprentices, that is where we will leave the session.